How can an ISTP be hijacked? Okay, so I'm an ISTP. This one time I went on a first date with an ESTJ man. It was at the park. He was being very like flirtatious and like making jokes, and I was laughing. I was giggling. If you were watching, you'd probably think I was having a great time, right? And I felt like I was having a great time, but in my mind I was like, what is going on? I feel so confused. Because his jokes are not funny. His jokes are not funny at all. And I feel uncomfortable with like the flirtatiousness. Like that's not my style, to be all like flirty with someone on a first date. That's just, I have my own comfort levels, right? So I go home and I think about it and I'm like, whoa, okay, he totally just hijacked me. Like his FI hijacked my FE, because the extroverted functions, they like absorb other people's FI, and then it works for all of the functions. You know, the TE absorbs the TI, the NE absorbs the NI, the SE absorbs the SI. So ISTP, I have SE parent, so I absorb his SI, my FE absorbs his FI. So with FE being an infant function, and all that, it's just, that was like just kind of wild to me. I was like, whoa. So another time this happened, I was at jiu-jitsu class. This was a while ago, and the owner is an ESTJ, and this was back when that basketball player Kobe Bryant had just died, and apparently the ESTJ was a huge like Kobe fan. And like, I don't really follow basketball. It didn't really, for me, it wasn't any more meaningful than like anyone dying. A person died, like that sucks, you know, like it's sad, but like I wasn't gonna cry over it, you know what I mean? So at the end of class, he has this like long speech and he talks about Kobe Bryant, and I can feel his sadness, his sorrow, as if it's my own. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to like burst out crying right now. I held it together until the end of class, and then I like sat in the corner, faced the corner, and just like tried to calm myself down. Like, it was very intense. And this has also happened with ENFP, because that's, you know, that's my natural pair. So like, it's gonna be stronger when you're like ESTJ and ISTP, like if you look at their function stacks, the TI and TE are right across from each other, the sensing's right across from each other, the intuition functions are right across from each other, and the feeling functions are right across from each other. Well, in ENFP, it's very similar, but it's kind of like crisscrossed. So the hero is across from the child, and the parent is across from the inferior. So it also can be very, very strong and powerful. So like, this was a while ago. So this was back when like I still didn't really have much experience with ENFPs, and I was starting to study this stuff, and I saw a guy in class, in this jiu-jitsu class. He was like way younger than me, and I was like, oh my God, I think that's an ENFP. And so like, I had no interest in him whatsoever. I literally just wanted to know if I was right. So, you know, I go over to him and I start talking to him, and then he's like totally interested in what I'm saying, and like he lets me tell him about typology. I mean, what ISTP doesn't like talking about their interest and then having someone listen to them? Like, so So like when we were in class, we would just like talk about stuff or whatever. And like I literally had no interest in him. So like a month later, he's like, oh, I got this jujitsu mat. Do you want to come over and we can practice? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I have any trickster. So I did not know that that meant anything else other than what he said. Like, I tend to just take the word at face value. So, and I really didn't have any friends anyway. So it's like, oh, cool, I made a friend. And then, so I get there and he's being just like the ESTJ. He's being very like flirty and stuff. And again, the same thing happened where my FE inferior got like hijacked. And I'm just like so confused. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, this doesn't even make sense. And it's just crazy how that happens. It's like, it's dangerous. It is dangerous if you're not aware of this happening. It's even more dangerous with the ENFPs for an ISTP because they have such masterful consequential awareness and like they can see intentions and stuff, whatever, and the ISTP cannot. Like, with a lot of life experience, you know more, you've seen more, you've experienced more, so you know there's like depravity out there and people have bad intentions. But like when I was younger, I had no idea. My parents did not teach me that people have bad intentions. They didn't teach me anything. I found that out on my own. A lot of hard lessons. But that's why ENFPs are so dangerous for ISTPs, because, I mean, their main vice is literally depravity. So if you meet yourself a depraved ENFP as an ISTP and you don't know, you're very inexperienced, or like you just haven't been around to see how bad people can be, like, you're fucked. You are fucked. Potentially. It's a big deal. So it's one of the reasons why typology is so important, because you need to know your weaknesses and like not only be aware of them, but just how weak you are. Because that trickster function, it's also a blind spot. Like, it's a trickster, being that you think you're better at it than you actually are. So the ISTPs out there, and ISFPs as well, who think, oh no, I can see consequences, I can see their intentions. How it is for me is when I meet someone for the first time, a lot of times, no, I cannot see their intentions. Like, I have to like be on the lookout for it and like see a pattern of behavior of someone or whatever, but I'm not living my life just expecting everyone to be a piece of shit. I'm not living that way. I don't want to live that way. Yeah, literally, if you are an ISTP or an ISFP, you really need to befriend someone with high NE, or even anyone with NE who can like see consequences and intentions and stuff. It matters. It really matters. And you need an NE user who has life experience. Like, both of my parents have NE, but whenever I've brought people to the house who turned out to be really not good people, they were fucking clueless, just as clueless as me. So yeah, in that way, I felt like I just never had protection as a child. Well, in many ways, but yeah, it's one of the reasons why, like, I chose to be with an ENTP, because he does protect me. I mean, there's so much I don't see, and I'm just like, oh my god. So that makes me feel safe. it's the any stuff that makes me feel safe. Whereas it's different for like an ENFP or an ESTP. We'll use, oh my god, an ENTP. We'll use that as an example. Like I noticed with SI inferior, what matters to, I'll just say some ENTPs, is like feeling physically safe. Like that's a big deal. Whereas for me, I don't really, that isn't an issue for me. Like I think because of SE parent and just the mastery I have over the physical world, like I don't give a fuck if there's some guy over there that could fucking kick my ass. I'm not gonna, like, I'm not really afraid of it. If I do feel afraid of someone, it's usually because I have felt something and I've realized that, wow, they are a very dangerous person. And by dangerous, I mean like psychopathic. And I mean that literally. Because that's happened before, where like back in the day when I was not as healthy as I am now, not nearly as healthy as I am now, I was dating, I'm pretty sure it was an SFP. He was like a tattoo artist or whatever. And he I knew he was a piece of shit when I met him. I really did. I didn't care at the time because I was so depressed over an ESTJ. And I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted to have some fun. And so a month later, his true colors start showing, and I'm like, you know, by that time it hurts, you know? But like, I'm like, okay, like, you're totally flipping the script now. And then a month later, so like 2 months of a relationship, I start really seeing, like, I remember being at his place. He lived with his older brother or something. And it wasn't necessarily what he was saying, it was the way he was saying it and the look in his eyes. I mean, what he was saying was pretty fucked up, but that's not what scared me. And I actually felt scared. I rarely feel scared when it comes to like things like that. Like, but I felt scared, and I was like slowly backing myself to the door, just placating him. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I have to go now. I was just like backing myself to the door, and finally got myself to the door. Like, that was scary as fuck. Scary. And then, I don't know, a month goes by, and I'm feeling lonely. And he had reached out to me or whatever, and I knew, no, don't reach out. But I'm like, well, what if he changed? How dumb can you be? What if he's not as bad as I thought he was? So I respond, and then he said something, and by this time, because there's been so much distance, I'm more in like TI mode, and I'm like, I really want to say this, and I'm like, don't say it. Do not say this. Don't say it. And I'm like, but I really want to, and it's true. I really, really want to say it. Don't say it. And I just said it. I know. I pretty much pulled the trigger on myself, but I told him he's a loser. It was 100% true. It was. I don't take it back. He is a loser. But I knew I shouldn't have said it. So what happened after that was he like stalked me, and then he did some property damage to my car twice. Big lesson there. Big lesson for me. Don't poke the beehive. No, not poke the beehive. Don't fucking hit the beehive. Jesus Christ. I knew better, and I did it anyway. It's my fault. So yeah, I ended up like getting a restraining order and whatever, and then the cop went to his door one day. He didn't answer, but they left like their thing. He was probably home, just didn't answer. And then he left me alone after that, and I was like, okay, leave him alone. I wasn't planning on telling that story today. There's like so many lizards over there. I've been sitting here for like a half hour and I've seen like 10 different lizards. They're really fast too. So, okay. And then this is also with comfortability. Like, I'm really good at making other people feel comfortable. Sure, sometimes I fail, but it is something I'm very good at. And I just kind of realized recently that, like, when my ENTP feels uncomfortable, I also feel uncomfortable. Like, I can feel his discomfort, and I feel it like it's my own discomfort. And let me tell you, like, that sucks. That sucks. It feels so uncomfortable. How do you guys deal with that discomfort? That sucks. But yeah, like, it's super uncomfortable for me. It's just another way, like, ISTPs and probably all Templars feel other people. Like, we literally feel it, their feelings and their discomfort, like it is our own. Whew. But I mean, that's why we're so compatible, because you don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. And then the feelings, that's why FE users go well with FI users, because FI users want to feel good, and FE users are gonna feel what the FI user feels, so nobody wants to not feel good. Like, it happens all the time. Like, when I tell the truth to someone and I know it's like gonna make them feel bad, or I imagine that it makes them feel bad. Like the other day, my ESTJ boss, I only work 3 days a week, and 3 weeks in a row now, she's texted me on a day I don't work. I like her, but it's like, you know, the first time she did it, I was like, okay, I'll just respond. And then she did it again, and I'm like, okay, I'm not responding. I waited until my next work day, and then I responded. So I'm like, okay, surely she got the point now, right? So she did it again, and I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm like, okay, I really don't want to make her feel bad, but also, like, this is not okay. Like, in what world should you be, like, bothering your employee, like, outside of work? Like, not in my world. It's disrespectful and inconsiderate. And plus, for FE inferior, it's like, you know, social anxiety, but plus it's just like burdensome. I don't want the obligation of having to respond, and then if I don't respond, I feel bad. And then if I do respond and tell the truth, like I did, what I said was, I hope this is the last Friday you text me, LOL. And then I just answered her question, and I felt bad. You know, it's like, no matter what I do or don't do, I'm still gonna feel bad. Should I feel bad? No. But she shouldn't even be putting me in that fucking position in the first place. It's like, but that's just another FE struggle, you know, FE inferior struggle. It sucks. And so sometimes I'll, like, when I'm in a position like this with other people, I'll ask my ENTP, or I'll ask my friend, I don't have to feel bad for this, right? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, good. It's just the reassurance. Just need the reassurance. Like, I can reassure myself, but it still helps to hear it, like, from other people. Because it's like, I think part of, like, FE inferior and FI demon, like, you don't want to feel like you're a bad person or you're making people feel bad. And it just sucks. It's part of the reason I don't really want a lot of friends. I don't. Like, ex-coworkers of mine, they, like, oh, let's hang out. Let's, like, do stuff together. And I'm just like, no. It's really hard. It's why I really want to keep my circle small. Like, a few online friends, cool, but with the understanding that, like, I respawn when I fucking want to respawn. Like, sometimes I'm not in the mood, but I do it anyway, just because I know that those people, you know, respond to me. So when someone gives to me, I do make an effort to give back. And I don't want to feel that way. So, like, imagine an FE inferior has like 20 friends, and then like 10 of those friends text you, and you're just like, whoa, this is my like day off. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like work. It feels like a burden. It's a big deal to me. So, yeah. Yeah. So I guess that will be all for today. Thank you so much. And if you want to see where I am right now, I'm at a beautiful, this is in Rainbow is the city, Rainbow, California. It's a little bit of a drive to get here, but it's worth it because so far I have not seen anybody come here. It's always just me by myself. So I love that.